Welcome back to the channel, champions of Azeroth. Come dive deeper into the lore with me. Let's see where we left off in Azeroth, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome back to Classic World of Warcraft, Mist of Pandaria. We're here back in Orgrimmar. I think we're going to start heading into Azshara here with Steel Dumb. And something funny enough just happened with me with my uploads. Apparently there's a YouTube cap, so my shorts will be a little bit more staggered. I'm still going to be doing my daily videos, but instead of being able to send all the shorts out for that video in that day, I have to space them out a little bit. So it's going to be just a continuous trend of as much as I can put out, I will. But yeah, just so you know, I will still do my video each day, but the shorts for them later on is going to be a little tight. But there's some other zones that are really small, so hopefully it'll make up at that point. But other than that, let's get into it. I've been trying to impress on our new Horde allies with our legendary goblin efficiency, but in hindsight, automating the shredders was a bad idea. Now they're mindless killing machines, rampaging over the countryside. Don't get me wrong, that kind of thing has its place, but for the time being, I need a brave adventurer to help me get these things under control. It's easy. Automated shredders, like all machines, must first be beaten into submission. Afterwards, seize control and I'll radio you instructions. Labor Captain Grabbit's voice crackles over the radio. Hey, adventurer, are you reading this? Piloting that sucker is easy. Push the pedals for your pedal controls and move the levers for your lever controls. Got it? Now that you've got that thing under control, let's gather up the lumber I was supposed to be collecting. Otherwise, these orcs are going to build a catapult out of me. Fresh lumber should be stockpiled all over the area. Use the shredder to collect all you can. Great, you loaded the shredder to capacity. You're getting pretty handy with that thing. Hold still a second. I'm going to bring your main buzzer saw controls online. Night Elf snipers from Taldris have been hiding in the trees, taking pot shots at my workers. I want you to take care of those snipers, but first take care of those trees. Look for Azshara saplings east of the main gate. Your shredder will know what to do. Chop to it. Great work, adventurer. That's how we take care of business. Back on Kazan. What's going on? Screams, shouts, the roars of combat fills the radio. Adventurer, get back here right away. Hurry back to the gates. We're under attack. Help us fend off the invaders. I'm arming your grenade launcher. Nice kills, adventurer. They've never dealt with the likes of you. Here's how the shredder's holding up. I think I can bring your emergency power supplies online. That'll recharge you when you're wounded. Listen, these night elves are being strengthened by an ancient of war who's taken root just west of the gates. He's a big, giant tree. You know what to do. Take him out. You were made for this. You did it, adventurer. The invaders have pulled back, and they told me I was crazy for installing a grenade launcher on a wood chipper. Great work with the shredder. With an impressive showing like that here on the War Tree's doorstep, the Horde can't doubt what goblin technology can do for them. I owe you a big thanks. As we chew up the resources of this land for our war machines, we deprive the local animals of their homes. If they are to die anyway, we should not allow that meat to go to waste. Not when the maw of Orgrimmar gapes open, hungry. Kill the weakened Mushoof stags that remain in this area and collect their meat for our peons and grunts. Meat, and lots of it. Well done. This will keep bellies full as we build our arsenal. Our enemies abound, adventurer. Even here at our very doorstep, the Night Elves have reinforced Talrendis Point in an attempt to stop our advance into Ashenvale. As we speak, their scouts patrol the nearby hills, reporting every movement to and from these gates. We must remove these eyes of Ashenvale. Go. Your prey stalks all around these gates, especially to the east. Slay the scouts who shadow us. Excellent. As their scouts fail to report in, Talrendis will feel the terror they've tried in vain to inflict on us. The wax seal on these orders has been freshly broken. You can't read the carefully penned Night Elf script, but a small hand-drawn map indicates that nearby ruins, underneath the map, written in a different language entirely, are a series of runes pinned in metallic shimmering ink. Agtor will no doubt want to see this important piece of intelligence. Agtor squints at the parchment, turning it in the light. No, I can't make sense of this either. But I don't like what I see. Are these arcane runes? I'll need you to deliver this to an expert. You've done a bang up job getting our lumber operations in order, but word on the wire is that we're falling under our stone quota. You'd think if we could move mountains, we could gather up a few rocks. Well, that's not my problem, but maybe you can make it yours. Report to Horzag Zingelnibble up ahead at the Orgrimmar Rocket Way Exchange. See if you can't help him strain out his operations. Just follow the road northeast and find him in the Rocketway Tower. You're here to help? Excellent. Here, sign this indemnity waiver. And here, this is non-compete clause. Let's get you started. Our Blood Elf allies have been examining the runes marked on this map and can likely understand this mysterious script. Seek out the one called Malnia Skyraver. She conducts her research from the Orgrimmar Rocketway Exchange, just north of here. It's part of the new Goblin transit system that snakes across this land. Quickly now. What? Give that here. This instant. Agtor is correct. These are arcane runes. They're scouting out magical sites, experimenting with the arcane arts. This is a marked departure from thousands of years of Night Elven history. The idea that they will achieve any competency in this field, even those who once counted themselves among the highborn, is absurd. Melnia puts aside the scroll dismissively, but her face is frowed with concern. We moved this whole mountain to strip mine the minerals below, but what we didn't take in consideration were subterranean basilisks that are now, Terranin. You look like you've got some initiative. Go in there and kill some of those nuisances, and I'll dip into our petty cash fund for you. Good. One less nuisance to worry about. Mountainfoot iron is a brittle alloy, but with the right bribes, it meets goblin safety standards. Zingelnibble here is having trouble on the production end of things, but that doesn't change any of my deadlines. I've got a quota to fill. Head down into the Mountainfoot strip mine and gather up any ingots of Mountainfoot iron you find. There should be piles of it smelted and ready for shipment. Well done. When it comes to iron, always pick quantity over quality. Workers act like it's their job to complain. If it isn't the back-breaking labor, it's the long hours or the low pay, it's being turned into stone by basilisks. It's always something, but I'm thinking maybe this whole workers to stone business could be a big moneymaker for me. What if those guys are now high-quality stone? My whiny employees could be worth more to me as a luxury building material than a source of labor. Grab a stonified Mountainfoot miner and haul him or her back to me. Well, let's take a look at what we got here. Horzak examines the shattered remains of the poor petrified miner. Bah, crumbly, useless. Wouldn't even make a good countertop. My miners may be mediocre workers, but they make lousy bricks. Well, I suppose we should refleshify these guys so I can get some return on my investment. There's got to be a way to reverse the basilisk stonification. Those irritating night elves saboteurs have been lurking around my mind. Must know something we don't. They seem to be immune to the gaze of the beast. I want you to find out their secret, adventurer. Pick off a few of the horrendous saboteurs stalking about in the rear of the strip mine and get a sample of whatever charm or ding-dong they're wearing to give them immunity. Radio me from the main forge building once you're successful. Zigniville's voice squawks over the speakers. Is that you, adventurer? Still alive? You aren't trashing my explosive stockpiles, are you? You say you found a clear crystal pendant? That makes sense. A perfect prism would refract the gaze of the basilisk. Maybe we can use this to our advantage. Time to drop some science. If that prism of yours is turned to refract basilisk's gaze, we can use its crystal's properties to reverse the process. All we need is a source of power. In the weapons cabinet to your right, you'll find our prototype laser mining drill. I love that thing, but the near daily dismemberment's got to be a real bother. Grab the laser drill and swap out the lens with crystal of yours. You pop out the lens assembly and slide the crystal into place. The weapon hums ominously. The nearby radio calls out to you. Hey, adventurer, you got that gun? Good. Don't point it directly at your eye. Aim that baby at my stonified workers, and the refracted light should reverse the petrification process. Or it will melt them. Whatever. Return my workers to a state of profitability. And if the refleshification process makes them crazy, go nuts. They should be killed for the insurance purposes. Horzik out. Ah, good. Now we can get these slackers back to work. You've earned a cut of the profits, though, minus the usual company fees. Take your pick. Oh, have I got a deal for you? Immerse yourself in foreign cultures, go on epic adventures, blow things up, and get paid to do it. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. This is what we do. If you're interested, head over to Galleywick's defense post on Forlone Bridge to the north and look for Commander Molotov. Latest recruit, eh? I'll make this short and sweet. We're under contract to keep the Naga in the ruins from reaching Galleywick's or his property. You handle whatever we ask of you, and I'll see to it that you get paid when all of your rounds are complete. Welcome to the Bilgewater Battalion. We lost contact with Sergeant Domino, stationed at the next ridge to the north of the central minefield. They were probably overrun. He had our last SFG. Go over there and get it back. Clear out any Naga that have broken through while you're there. Quick work there, recruit. She's a beaut, isn't she? Assembled for her myself. I've got special plans for this baby. First things first, we need more supplies for you and the other new recruits. There are some perfectly good standard issue packs on the bodies of our last round of recruits in the minefield to the north. Taking their lessons to heart, I'd recommend you avoid stepping on mines yourself. You're a light-footed buggard, aren't you? Good work. Here are a few of the supplies to keep you lively. Hey, bud, like explosives? Of course you do. Who doesn't like explosives? I've got mortars set up on the ridge to the east to hold the Naga back. Go forth, recruit, mortar them all. Ha 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 ha. Can you believe they pay us to do this? The Naga are using those giants to stamp paths through our minefields. Time to put the SFG to use. Head over to the entrance to the southern minefield. I think you can figure out the rest. Bam! In the face. Nice shot, kid. Things seem to be quieting down a bit. Galleywick's will probably keep forking out cash to keep us posted here, but I have a feeling we might be able to milk a bit more out of the deal. Naga and sea giants are normally friends, so the Naga must be controlling them somehow. Take this stealth field generator, get in those ruins, and let me know if you find something that looks really pricey. Ha 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 ha, sweet deal. I'll get the ball rolling on this. All I need now is to find a buyer and get the go-ahead from Uncle Bedlam. Here are your wages for your work here. Excellent work, soldier. Look, one of the last favors before you run off. Private Worcester is back at the tower, recruiting. Go and let him know that we're good to pack it up now. Back to town. Pleasure working with you, recruit. What? I got left out of the action completely? Are you serious? Alright. No shooting the messenger. Thanks for the news, bud. Maybe I'll see you back in town. The ruins around Lake Menar to our east have a tale to tell. The lesser races, like those clumsy dwarves, would go after the truth with picks and shovels. Malnia wrinkles her nose. We'll be using more elegant methods. My scrying magic is somewhat rusty, but with the right trinket, I should be able to peer through the shrouds of time. The bones of my forefathers have long since rotted away, but some of their personal treasures may remain. Bring me some. Malnia furrows her brow and begins sifting through the artifacts you brought her. So the spirits of the dead still haunt those old stones. Well, adventurer, as it happens, I'm counting on their help. Let's see what the dead have to say. All these cruddy ancient ruins have to be bulldozed if we're ever to see Azshara's full potential. Look on my map here. You see Lake Menar to the east? I'll tell you what I see. A future rocket fuel depot. But we need an accurate lay of the land before we can clear-cut, bulldoze, landfill, and pave over that lake. All my surveyors have been spooked off by oogly booglies haunting that area. Escort one of my junior grade surveyors to the area and take readings from the equipment that's been set up. Beautiful work. Now that we know the area better, we can tear this lake a new one. Those ancient ruins have survived 10,000 years of wind and weather, so I brought out my biggest and bestest bulldozer to flatten them. I call her Margine, but my dozer's been letting me down lately, adventurer. The moment I drove her into those haunted woods, her engine seized up with a spine-chilling howl. Now my engineers tell me something's clogging her valves. Go over there and inspect Margarine's engine compartment and bring me back a sample of whatever gunk has her stalled. Busted ball bearings, look at this stuff. Ugh, smell this stuff. My poor dozer. Adventurer, I consider myself a goop expert. And this here goop ain't natural, it's supernatural. This is ghost goop. We're going to need more than a mechanic. What we need is a priest. Fortunately, I have a small budget set aside for the blessings of machinery. Take this flare gun and head over to Margarine, my poor sweet busted bulldozer. Fire off the signal and one of our finest airborne priests should airdrop in to get a handle on the situation. Come back when my bulldozer is taken care of. What? What? Margarine? Oh, my sweet Margarine. The runes of this ring you found are still illegible. It was given to Calthea when she was granted admission to the academy. With the right spell or two, this personal trinket of hers is the gateway to her soul. Take the ring back to Lake Manir. Calthea's spirit should now be visible to you on the shore of the lake. Touch her, and the ring will allow you to see the world as she sees it, forever reliving her final hours. Probe her mind, adventure, speak to the others, and learn the secrets of Lake Manir. You reel as the spirit vision fades, relieved to once again feel the earth beneath your feet and the comforting rhythm of your own quickened heartbeat. Before she died, Calthea was charged with burying something at the bottom of the lake, a powerful artifact that the archmages of Manir spent their last moments creating. No doubt, Malnia Skyreaver will want to see this artifact. Presuming it still exists, you resolve to search the bottom of Lake Manir for the Sarsen Stone. A Sarsen Stone? That's the stuff of legend. Let me see that. Adventure. Sarsen Stones are used to redirect the ley lines of magic energy. You realize what this means? The mages of Manir weren't staying behind out of misguided loyalty. They sacrificed their lives in order to create this artifact in an attempt to draw energy away from the portal through which the demons were flooding Azeroth. They were buying time for the rest of the world to fight back. History has never recorded their deeds. What a discovery. Klubnik wipes away a tear, then juts his chin out with determination. Never again, adventure. No bulldozer deserves the fate of my Margine. We're going to need some industrial ghost proofing. This is a job for our top scientists, and I know just the woman for the job. Look for Assistant Greeley at the Southern Rocketway Terminus. She's the administrator for Azshare's world-famous secret lab, and she owes me a favor. What is Klubnik talking about? Haunted construction equipment? Does it look like I have time for ghost stories? I've got a laboratory in the middle of a meltdown. Fires burning, animals mutated, and worst of all, projects falling behind schedule. Help! Did you see the explosions on the way in? The secret lab is engulfed in flames. Again. If we don't stamp out those flames, we're going to hit a critical temperature sea and resonate into a meltdown cascade. Here, I'm entrusting you with a canister of experimental hyper-cooled pressurized liquid gel, the most volatile fire retardant known to science. Keep that canister away from open flame. Put out the fires and hose down my interns. Then contact me via Squawk Box in Central Control. Nice work, Adventure. Now we need to decouple the reaction core matrix from the fuel sumps, or that whole place is going to blow itself to Outland. The Naga started making a move on the peninsula here after we finished building this rocketway terminal, but there's no problem in this world that can't be solved with gratuitous firepower. That's what my daddy used to say before the accident. I'm running short on supplies though. Do me a favor and collect the mortar shells I left stockpiled in the secret lab just west of here. Keep me supplied and I'll let you call in the artillery strikes. Sweet, beautiful, brilliant. Who loves you? With my mortars resupplied, I can help you as you assault the Naga east of here. Use these markers to call in an artillery strike anywhere on the cliff, and I'll splatter the whole area with fiery hurt. Oh, delicious, merciless, random destruction. I hope you're well armed. I was trying to domesticate the indigenous hippogriffs here using a series of debilitating electrical shocks, when for some reason they went berserk. Now my test subjects are tearing up this place for no good reason. Adventure, go slaughter my failed experiments before they find me. So the world is safe for science again? Excellent. Next time I'll try heated needles or something. Once we flush the central reactor, I need you to return the core to me. It's 100% refined azurite crystal, which is both powerful and dangerous, and lovely. Oh, precious azurite, the shaper of the worlds to come. The giant lever to the left will dump the core and send it to me via the rail system. The core will be superheated, so you'll need to periodically douse it with the fulminator on the way here. Don't let it reach critical temperature. Phew, the sample is secure, and it's still steaming. Thank you, adventurer. Azshara is a complex, mysterious, wrapped in a velvety enigma of danger. Grapplehammer insists that we learn more about this strange substance. My benefactors use this diminutive intellect to construct an interplanetary transport. As designed, this so-called rocket is a death trap, but I suspect a simple re-engineering of the fuel catalyst semifull would render a stable mixture, providing a breathable oxygen byproduct. To implement such changes, I require the original engineering plans. Locate the laboratory archives and ring the doorbell to gain entry. The plans will be held by the lab director himself, presuming still lives. The raptor snatches the paperwork in her prehensile claws and holds the schematic up to her face, clucking her pointed teeth dismissively. These are like the scrawlings of children. Common sense precludes the routing of control hydraulics so near to the secondary stage burners. Still, this is salvageable. Do you know how to refactor fuel matrices for pressure variations at a fixed acceleration? No? Very well, perhaps you can do something else for me while I reconfigure the rocket. Shortly after my intellect was augmented, I bred with Subject 4 in order to create a unique race of cognitively superior raptors. Subsequently, Subject 4 neither called nor wrote. I have determined to disembowel him upon our next encounter. Nevertheless, there are enough raptor children imprisoned in this lab to provide adequate genetic stock for repopulating my race. Please release them from their cages and carry them to the rocket. Wonderful, exemplary work, adventurer. As you have no doubt surmised, my objective with regard to this rocket is to utilize it as a sort of astral cradle, an ark, if you will, allowing my newly forged race to slip surely bonds of this ravaged planet and colonize a world to our own liking. You have been instrumental to our cause. Please accept this currency, as I will be minting my own monetary units upon arrival. Farewell, adventurer. Azshara, this mysterious crystalline substance has been used to forge weapons of fell power, but in our hands, we've discovered that it's capable of focusing enormous amounts of energy. It may be the biggest goblin discovery since Kajamite, but what is it? Where does it come from? Why is it located only here? Science demands an answer. I need more samples to study. Search out azurite deposits all over the nearby cliffs. Ah, excellent. Some of these samples look fresh. I'm going to be up to my neck in this stuff trying to solve this mystery. While you're here running around the cliffs, perhaps you can help me with another line of investigation. The giants who walk these cliffs have been here since these mountains formed. Maybe they know where the azurite comes from. It's in our best interest to befriend these giants and find out. Gather up a gigantic meal for me as a peace offering. Kill the Mistwing cliff dwellers that have been such a nuisance to our studies and collect their carcasses for me. Phew, the stench. Well, hopefully that massive heap of carcasses smells more appetizing to a giant. Cursory study of the azurite you brought me reveals that it's not biological in nature, nor is it naturally formed. There's another creature in Azshara with similar properties, the cliff giants, that lumber around these cliffs. One of the giants seemed willing to help our research along. Take the meat you collected to Gormagun, the giant standing just west of here. Befriend him, then grill him. Find out if he knows the secret of azurite. Speak slower. What are you saying? Am I hearing you right? Those formations of azurite are actually where the giants have... Oh my, Gordy. Let's not tell Dr. Grapplehook. He's made this stuff his life's work. Well, at least now we know where azurite comes from and why it's so rare. We've got to figure out a way to speed up production. Well, I can think of one surefire way to send a giant running to the bathroom, but you're not going to like it. What we need is a massive laxative. Oh, hey, would you believe the gnomes have something of the sort? That couldn't be a coincidence. I wonder what they're trying to push through over there. Our intelligence reports that the laxative was delivered to Gadget Springs Tower, down on the shoreline south of the secret lab. Retrieve a laxative and feed it to Gormagun. So was a no-go, literally? Well, Grapplehammer won't take no for an answer. We'll have to try something else. Maybe I'll have my intern smuggle this laxative into the Night Elf encampment. That'll be good for a laugh, at least. Scoundrels, infidels. Ever since I started my operation here in Azshara, the Gadget Spring family has hampered my studies and sabotaged my research, and now a mob of middling, second-rate tinkerers have rallied to their aid. I have pressing business to attend to. It has see to it that those gnomes are finished for good. Head to the ruined reaches on the coast, south of my secret lab, and start rolling some of their disproportionately enormous heads for me. Oh, marvelous. Tell me more. And that precocious young Gadget Spring, dead as well? Ah, wonderful. My work here is important, but at times I do miss the carnage of demolishing my enemies on a more personal level. Here, perhaps you can make use of some of my discarded equipment. Okay, our new plan will scare it out of him. In my experience, most large creatures are terrified of tiny ones, like rats. This place is crawling with rats, but how do we coax them over to the giant? Hey, you don't mind having your cellular matrix broken down and reassembled, do you? It's only painful while it's happening. I can shrink you down to rat size and get right one of these brutes over there. Like a horse. It's so crazy, it's gotta work. Speak with me when you're ready for shrinkage. So scaring him didn't work either. Double nerds. I'll have to break the news to Grapplehammer. Azurite's going to remain the rarest substance on the planet. We'll have to use it sparingly. It tries my patience defending against creatures who can disappear into the sea at will and emerge where they please, but I will not back down until their like has been wiped from Azshara. Spitlash Naga have slithered up cliff walls and are besieging this post from the east. Destroy them, adventurer. Gut them head to tail, so that they may know the full fury of my horde. Torg scans the horizon, and still they come. They are like a plague, adventurer, but with strength like yours, we will crush them someday. The Naga invaders have set up a series of shrines along the cliffs. I don't know their purpose, adventurer, but I believe they're strengthening our foes. I need someone to get in there and root out this threat. One nearby shrine is lightly defended across the first bridge east of here, and then head north towards the bay. You'll find it on a small outcropping. Investigate that shrine and come back with some info I can use. The stone in the center of the shrine emits a faint glow and roars with the power of the angry sea. The air around this strange stone crackles with energy. The stone itself is smooth and icy cold. It pulses periodically as you run your hands over it, like the crashing of the surf. A wedge-shaped piece appears to be missing from the top surface of the artifact. This keystone shard is likely the key to unlocking the secrets of the stone. Search the grounds near the temple and locate the keystone shard. The keystone shard slides into place and previously invisible runes suddenly erupt onto the surface of the stone. Shimmering in blue and violet hues, your knees buckle as powerful arcane currently suddenly race into your body. A magical barrier pulses around you, chilling your bones. You feel secure behind this enchanted wall. Tug to Crush will want to know what you've discovered here. An energy barrier, you say? This explains a great deal. I've seen firsthand how Naga leaders have been able to turn aside at the blades of some of my best warriors. Now we know the source of their power. Adventurer, let's finish this. 2 Naga witches have been masterminding the assault on this outpost. They've repelled direct attacks from some of my best grunts, but you can finish the job where others have failed. Seek out and slay Lady Sylvestria and Lady Vestra at the eastern edge of the cliffs, around the ruins of the ancient Night Elven Colossus. You will first need to destroy the power stones that give them their strength. Do not disappoint me, adventurer. Now that is how we used to handle serpents back in Deritar. We crushed them under our boots. You have done the Horde proud, adventurer. As soon as my reinforcements arrive, we'll mop up the rest of those vermin and claim the peninsula once and for all. Adventurer, I've taken the purified sample of Azurite you rescued from the lab, and I've weaponized it. If my calculations are correct, it will detonate within enough force to level a city. If I'm wrong, we may cleave the planet in two. The only way to find out is test firing. Deliver the Azurite core to the giant canyon in Bilgewater and report it to Blaney Fizzlefuse. My pilot for hire, Frizz Groundspin, here can give you a ride. I'll follow from a safe distance. Oh, this is it. It's the big one. Fizzlefuse calls out to his workers. We're in business, boys. Hey, I'm glad I caught you. I come on behalf of my master, Kalok. He requires your aid, and find him under the bridge in the slums as soon as you can. Thank you for coming. I apologize for the discretion, but it's extremely important that I not be seen by certain individuals. I'm in quite a bind, and I've taken notice of some of your recent deeds. Hear me out. Help me, and I'll see to it you're rewarded in kind. My brother and I are being hunted. Our sire was recently killed, and the Black Dragonflight seeks to rout those of us that still live. I'm here to find Azargos and take him to safety. If only he would let it be that easy. Azargos doesn't make many friends, and his taste in them tends to be a bit unique. The only one I know of here is a murloc named Igril. You should be able to find him on the coast northeast of here. Do whatever it takes to find Azargos and send him to me. Please hurry. Hello there, a new friend? So glad to meet you. My name is Igril. The G is silent. Okay guys, we're here with Igril. We just finished halfway mark for Azshara. There's a lot of quests in this area, and it's a big new redeveloped area, but it's going pretty good so far. Dealing with some Naga stuff, some ancient ruins and everything like that. Getting supplies for the Horde and making sure we're ready to rock with the goblins. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to make these videos more entertaining for you, leave a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys get every notification of every upload I do. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.